Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's going to be the second episode in the What's in Your Budget series, and the salary is 45k. So we're going to be looking at properties in and around London that you can afford if you are on 45k. Now, as I said before, this is subject to credit checks and affordability checks, so it's not guaranteed that your lender will offer you this amount. It might be slightly more or slightly less, or you may be rejected completely from that lender. So yeah, as you may be aware, because of coronavirus, many lenders have reduced their maximum LTV from 90% to around 75 to 85%. So that basically means previously you used to be able to save a 10% deposit and afford a mortgage, whereas now you may have to save up to 25%, but hopefully you can find a lender that will still provide you with a 90% mortgage. I'll leave my sister's details here or in the description bar, and you can contact her. She's a broker. She recently posted that more lenders are coming back with the 90% LTV, so if you want to contact her to see if you're likely to be accepted by these lenders, then you can do that. So despite the fact that less lenders are actually offering the 90% mortgage, I've decided to be optimistic and say that hopefully you will find a 90% lender and only require 10% deposit. So in this video, 10% deposits are still used rather than 15 or 25%, but just err on the side of caution and know that if you aren't able to get a 90% mortgage, then you'll need to save a greater deposit, or you choose a property with a lower market value so that the 15% isn't as much as if it were a 450k property and you were saving 15% on that property. Around 70k sounds like a lot of money. So just like before, what we're going to do is look at solo properties, so what you could afford by yourself as an individual on a 45k salary, and then we're also going to look at two people who are on a 45k salary buying together. So you may be in a couple, you may be getting married, or you may just be looking to buy with a friend and you're both on around 45k. These properties would be what would be in your budget. So I hope you find this helpful again and informative, and let's get started. Banks will usually offer you 4.5 times your salary. So 45k times by 4.5 is £202,500. So the market value of the property you could look for would be 225k. However, Halifax has a multiplier of 4.75 times your salary. I know this from personal experience because when I got my mortgage in principle back in 2016, they offered me 4.75 times my salary. So 4.75 times by 45k is £213,750, meaning the property value that you could look for would be £237,500. However, with COVID-19, less lenders are actually offering 90% mortgages. I mentioned this earlier in the video. So 4.5 times your salary if you did a 15% deposit would be around 238k, and 4.75 if you had a 15% deposit would be 251k. I've decided to go halfway between the two and basically do a maximum market value of £235,000 with a 10% deposit. So as a solo first-time buyer, let's see what you can get in London. Our first borough is Newham, and we're looking at Manor Park E12. If you work in Canary Wharf, it takes approximately 30 minutes to get into work, whereas if you work in Liverpool Street, it takes under 20 minutes. Westfield Stratford is approximately 20 minutes away, and Little Ilford Park would be good for exercise. And this is what our first property looks like. It's a one-bedroom apartment on the market for 230k. It's relatively modern, it's a new build flat with a fitted kitchen, a private balcony in a residential area, a double bedroom, one double bedroom and one bathroom, of course. As it's a new build, it has the new homes warranty. It's half a mile from Ilford Station, which is on the TfL rail line, and it's going to be on the new Crossrail route. This is the floor plan. It's open plan, kitchen, living area, and you can see the private balcony that we saw pictures of. In terms of the recently sold prices, we can see that a property sold in February for 230k, so it's on par with what it's on the market for right now, which is good. Though some people say our next property is in Essex, it's actually in London Borough of Havering, and that's Romford. Romford is 35 minutes away from Canary Wharf and about 31 minutes away from Liverpool Street. In terms of leisure, Liberty Shopping Centre is local, and the brewery, which is basically right next to Liberty Shopping Centre, has a cinema as well as other restaurants. And this is what the property looks like. It's a 1-bedroom flat on the market for 235k. It's modern in some places but dated in others. Like the bathroom looks okay. The living room is an acquired colour scheme. The bedroom looks kind of dated. It does have a private balcony, and the outside of the property looks relatively new. I think it's a new build property. Romford is also on the new Crossrail route. It's about less than a mile away from the station, so maybe like a 15-minute walk. That's the floor plan. Now let's look at the recently sold prices. The last property that sold was in July of 2019. The first property that you can see on the list is actually a 2-bedroom flat, so it's not comparable. But the one below it that also sold in July is comparable. It sold for 229k, so I guess if you want to make a lower offer than what they're advertising, that would kind of make sense. The next area that we're going to is Hertfordshire. So we're in Stevenage, and to get to Canary Wharf it takes approximately 50 minutes, whereas to get to Farringdon it takes about 32 minutes. In terms of leisure, Westgate Shopping Centre is local, and Brent Cross Shopping Centre is about 35 minutes drive away. Here's the property. It's a 2-bedroom flat on the market for 220k. The bathroom's new. It's got 2 double bedrooms. It's a white house, so you can do whatever you want with it. The building is sleek looking. It's got an open plan, kitchen, living area. It's very close to the station, 0.3 miles away, so probably like a 5-minute walk, I would say. The service charge is £130 per month, and it's got a long leasehold of 196 years. Now for the recently sold prices, I couldn't get my head around why I was seeing 84k, so many 84k sales. So I did a little bit of research and I went on Zoopla, typed in the postcode, and this is what I found. Essentially, I found out that a lot of the sales were shared ownership. So all those 84k sales that you see were shared ownership for 35% of the market value. So I've got a little bonus property in the same price bracket for the Stevenage area. I saw this one, I couldn't choose between this one and the one I showed you, so I thought I'd just let you guys see this one really quickly. It's really modern, sleek, and it's got a really nice backyard as well, so I thought I'd show you. So moving on to our next area, we're in Essex. So we're in Trafford 100 Essex, which is essentially Grays. It is 35 minutes away from Canary Wharf, and it takes 38 minutes to get into Fenchurch Street. In terms of leisure, Lakeside Shopping Centre is local, and Blue Water Shopping Centre is about 20 minutes drive away. And this is the property. So it's a 2-bedroom flat, unlike the others that have all been 1-bedroom. This is a 2-bedroom flat. It's a little dated, but it's got a lot of room. It's very spacious. The bathroom's okay. The bedroom is a nice double size. I don't really like that bathroom, but maybe somebody does. It's on the market for 230k. It's got allocated parking. It's around 5 minutes walk from the station. Lakeside Shopping Centre is very close. There's actually a bridge that takes you from Lakeside Shopping Centre all the way to the station, so that will probably get you there much faster than walking. Let's take a look at the recently sold prices. So the first property on the list is actually a 6-bedroom, so it's completely not comparable. But the second one is a 2-bedroom flat and it sold for 217k, so it's kind of similar. I thought we should take a look at it quickly just to check if it's a similar layout and spec. So it's somewhat similar. You might want to adjust your offer accordingly. Now for joint ownership, we're going to look at a 4.5 times multiplier, which means a property value of 450k. As you can see on the left hand side, Halifax is showing a slightly higher one, but we're going to be cautious and do the lower value. Now let's go to our higher budget on joint ownership in London. So our first property is in Abbey Wood, SE2. It's on the market for 450k. That red carpet has to go. It's a 4-bedroom terrace house, and yeah, the decor is an acquired taste, and I guess that's who they're marketing the property to. Suitable for a family. Yeah, that red carpet is terrible, guys. I would definitely rip that up. It's got a large garden. So it says here that it's a Victorian style property with off-street parking, less than a mile away from the station, which will be on the Crossrail. The last sold price is from 2016, so nothing there is comparable. We won't bother looking at the list. It has a juicy floor plan that shows that the 4th bedroom is actually a loft conversion. Now back to Hertfordshire with the 450k budget. So this is a 4-bedroom semi-detached house. It's got a large kitchen, large living area. That bathroom is an acquired taste again. It's got a large conservatory and the garden is pretty cute. It's half a mile from the station, so I would say that's about a 10-minute walk. It's just got the rest of the dimensions of the rooms in the house there. There's the floor plan over 3 floors. So you can see that the 4th bedroom is a loft conversion as well. The last sold price was from 2015. So I don't think we should make any direct comparisons using this data. So let's go to Essex. Guys, this is my favourite property of the video today. So it's a 4-bedroom end of terrace house for 425k in Trafford 100. I'm just in love with that kitchen. I like the minimalist decor in the house. So that's a double bedroom. I like the bay window as well. That's a really large children's bedroom. That's a loft room, and I think it's quite large as well. And the garden is really nice too. It has a separate garage for off-street parking. So this property is a little bit further out than the last one I showed you. It's less than a mile away from Trafford 100 station, which is probably maybe like a 15-minute walk. Now this is my favourite part, the floor plan. You can see that there's 2.5 bathrooms here, so one is a WC on the 3rd floor. The most recent sale was back in 2017. The first one on the list is a 3-bedroom, so it's not comparable, but the second one is, so you may want to base your offer on that second property. And that's all of them, guys. So those are all the properties. I hope you found that interesting, and if you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below. Please like this video so I know that you're enjoying the series, and also subscribe, guys. Like, I see you watching, just subscribe so you can see more of these kind of videos. I'll try and do these on a weekly basis, so I hope you're looking forward to the next one, guys. Bye!